Salutations ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel Maniacal Miniatures. In this video I will do an unbox and review of the Daughters of Khaine Battleforce from Games Workshop, so stick around for that. And now we are onwards to the Daughters of Khaine, the Devoted of Morathi Battleforce from Games Workshop. In this box you get 28 Citadel miniatures from the Warhammer Age of Sigmar game. You get some very cool miniatures. Let's check this out. You get 1 Slaughter Queen, 1 Hag Queen, 1 Bloodwrack Shrine, 10 Witch Aelves, 5 Khinerai Heartrenders, and 5 Khinerai Lifetakers. Or you could build them as 10 of either kind, and 5 Blood Sisters, which I believe can be built either way as well. So let's open this beautiful box and let's check them out. These do have some shared aesthetics with the Idoneth, with these almost Achillean Greco-inspired helmets. I really like that they keep the aesthetics across a race the same. That's pretty cool. We have here Witch Aelves. Yeah, we have Witch Aelves. We have whips. We have like a banner pole and nasty looking daggers, long hair, half naked women, everything a nerd needs, really. We have some really cool spooky looking helmets, which allures a bit to the executioners of old, and long forked tongues. Is this some Slaneshi demon worship? I don't even know. Might have to look that up. I don't know what the lore is behind these creepy chicks with masks and long tongues. But yeah, you get 2 of these brews. That adds up to 10 Witch Aelves, which are 35 pounds. 35 pounds for 10 chicks. That's pretty wild. But these are some great looking models, and they're very dynamic. It was some of the best poses from before Age of Sigmar, from the end times. And yeah, we are onwards to these little winged. We have foot chicks, we have winged chicks, we have snake chicks. Get all kind of chicks here. You get 2 identical sprues of these guys, or ladies, which are also somewhat scantily clad, somewhat more mutated than the others. They have wings, they have tails, they have this very harpy, succubus-like quality to them. Very long hair as well. Beautiful models with veins going down the wings. Very fine looking spears. Look at how thin that is. That is some very finicky models, these. I'd imagine these would be terrible to transport, actually, unless you had some very good battle foam to protect your minis. I wouldn't want to transport these every weekend, that's for sure. They have a lot of little finicky bits, but these are very beautiful models as well. And these are 55 pounds for two sets. So that would be 10 chicks for 55 pounds. Oof. This is an expensive faction to collect, I think. And that was actually the main thing of this box. Then we have the shrine, which comes in 3 sprues. Let's take one at a time here. You get the big Medusa looking chick with all the extra snakes coming off her body. That's pretty scary. Woman in a thong, why not? Some big hair, cool looking sword, very dark elf. Cool Raphael dagger. It's called something specific. Is it called a sai or something like that? I can't remember. A cool looking sculpture of Khaine, the blooded-handed god. A nice cool little mini to hold the bowl full of blood. Get Khaine there. Going like that with his tongue out his mouth. A big beautiful sword ready to make a really cool conversion with a different miniature. Yeah, I could definitely see some potential here. Also, look at this beautiful engraving on this thing right here. I believe that's the back plate for the shrine. That's really cool looking. I would love to paint that, actually. These will not be painted. Oh, this is the Khinerai brew. Oh, sorry. Let's just take this one first. Oh, not the Khinerai, the Melusai. We'll take this one first. We have the staircase, some blades, stairs again. That's a lot of stairs. They will get nice calves, these Witch Aelves, going up and down those stairs all the time. Sounded a bit Irish right there. I don't know why. I don't have Irish blood. Yeah, that's a lot of mechanics right there for the shrine. And for the last one was the Melusai, not the Khinerai. This is the Melusai, which are the Medusa chicks with the snake tails, which are, in my opinion, the very coolest of all the Daughters of Khaine kits. I think these are very beautifully sculpted. I am fascinated quite a bit with snakes. I don't have any, but I really enjoy how lifelike and sinister looking these are. Just look at that mask. That looks terrifying and cool. And they look very dignified. They look evil yet dignified, these women. That's very cool. I like the inspiration from Greek mythology with the bows and the snake tails. That looks amazing. Very much a straight out copy of what a gorgon is in Greek mythology. I believe we have a ton of bases. That's a lot of bases for quite a few medals, I think. And we get some. What is this? Some transfer paper, like it's to shield these guys. Oh, these are beautiful. Transfer sheet for Dark Elves. Oh, they're not called Dark Elves anymore. This is really cool looking. I feel like taking this and keeping it for dwarves and making some cool shields for them. Very nice. This looks very cool. It's very sticky. I do think we need to protect this a bit. And of course you get all the manuals, some of them in color, on how to build the Khinerai, the Blood Sisters, the Blood Stalkers, which are the Melusai, or the Cauldron of Blood and the Bloodwrack Shrine. The Bloodwrack Shrine. And you actually get you get some extra Witch Aelves in this, and you don't actually need to put them on the shrine. You can actually just use these as additional Witch Aelf if you need some more, if you have an odd number for some reason. And of course you get the unplayable in ranked play War Scroll Battalion, which is only playable in open play and narrative play. So that is the contents of this box. And the value of this box in total is actually £65. 165 pounds, of course, is the value of these kits by themselves. And as the box only costs £100, you obviously save £65. So that is a great price. If you are considering buying into the Daughters of Khaine, you should definitely consider getting this box, as this is a very nice start for your army. And you could possibly even get more than one of these, as this is a very nice spread of different models. And you could always use more Witch Aelves, which is kind of the meme about them right now. Just spam Witch Aelves, you need a million of these. And yeah, these are great looking models, and they would be fun to play as well. And you could build, if you buy two of these boxes, you could build one as a shrine and one as the other thing. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's great savings if you buy this from a different retailer than Games Workshop. For example, Element Games or Wayland Games. You can actually get these for around £80, which would save you £80 on. Yeah, that's half price on Games Workshop models. That only ever happens in the Start Collecting boxes and the Christmas only Battle Forces. They only have as many as they have, and they don't print more. So get yours while they're hot, and yeah, thanks for watching. That was it, ladies and gentlemen, for this unboxing and review of the Daughters of Khaine Battleforce from Games Workshop. I hope you liked this video. If you liked this video, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe at the red button down below, as it really helps me and my channel out a great deal, and I really appreciate it a ton. And if you'd share this with your friend with whom you think would find this interesting, I would appreciate it even more. It helps me create more content like this in the future, and it tells me what kind of content I should be making, so it really helps me help you. If you'd like to see more of my unboxing and reviews, you can check out this playlist that I will place in front of this, and you'll see the rest of them. And all that's left to do is just remember, in the immortal words of Winston Churchill, I demolish my bridges behind me, so I have no choice but to move forwards. Think about it, and see you in my next video.